I've been shooting film for the past few years, but if I was to be completely honest and transparent with you guys, over the course of those few years, I've probably only shot about a dozen rolls of film, and I tend to grab my digital camera more often than not, simply for the fact that, well, film's expensive. Not only do you have the cost of the rolls of film themselves, but really it's the developing and the scanning, those fees from labs that really add up for me and make me really save my film for the moments that I know I'm going to want to capture on film, and everything else I kind of just leave to my digital camera, and I hope that I can edit in Lightroom and make it look similar to film. But let's be honest, no matter how well I edit those, you can always tell that that's a digital camera and not film. Film just has something about it that really stands out to me. It has like a soul to it. Locally, I only have one lab that I can drop off my film to get developed and scanned, and when it's all said and done, the cost of that is $18, which is not that horrible, but what I get back is a low resolution JPEG, and that's it. No options for TIFFs or anything else. You pay your $18, you get a low resolution JPEG, and you call it a day. If I wanted something higher resolution or TIFFs, I would have to mail my film out to someplace like Gelatin or the Darkroom, and I have, and I really like the results that I've gotten back from Gelatin, but by the time that's all said and done, and I have the TIFF files in my inbox, I'm out $27 per roll, and that's just not really feasible for me. So I went to B&H and I picked up something. I picked up the Valoi Easy35, and I'm hoping it lives up to the name Easy when it comes to helping me be able to scan my film. Now, I know I could also start developing my own film, but I figured I would take this process a little slow, get into it, and learn one thing first, and I figured, why not learn how to scan my film first, because I could still drop my film off to the local lab, and that's only going to cost me $7 per roll to get developed. So I can have them develop my film and I can scan it myself. So let's bust into this box and see how easy it really is. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I am so excited for this. I've got a few rolls of film that I've been dying to scan from a few trips that I've gone on. Nothing crazy, all from point and shoots that I honestly have just been testing out to see if they work, but I can't wait to get those scanned and see how easy this is. But let's bust into this box and get it all set up, and let's show you that process. And let's see what we've got. All right, looks like we've got our quick guide. Might look at that, probably not. In here it looks like we've got our adapter rings and our power cable. And I'm assuming these are the extension tubes. Yes, these are, oh gosh. The small adapters. These are some extension tubes. More extension tubes. And then this is itself. Which it does come ready to go, it looks like. Nice. So this is it. This is the Valoi Easy35. Now this doesn't scan the film on its own. This is essentially a light table that you slide your film across, and you have to have a digital camera to be able to capture that, and a digital camera with a capable macro lens. The camera that I'm going to be using to scan my film with is a Canon R5, and I've got a Tamron 90mm f2.8 lens on here. And so yeah, I think this should do the trick, and I can't wait to get it started. Now all we have to do is just find the proper length of extension tubes and get going. So I think I've got the distance pretty close, so let's go ahead, glove up, and put some film through this, and we'll see exactly where we're at, if we need to adjust the length at all, and start scanning some photos. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I think scanning the film was pretty straightforward. Once you find the proper distance for your lens, it's as easy as just sliding the film in and taking a photo. Now, I do recommend that you set a 2-second timer when you press your shutter button. That way you can help eliminate any type of camera shake from pushing the button. But that was super easy, and I'm excited to put them in Lightroom and see what they look like. Now that we have our film scan, let's put it in Lightroom and let's convert these. Now, I'm using the free CineStill Lightroom plugin. I probably will be going to Negative Lab Pro. That is $100 for the license for that plugin for Lightroom to convert your negatives, but from what I've seen, Negative Lab Pro seems super simple, super straightforward, and does an amazing job. The CineStill software, honestly, for me, seems a little confusing, and it may just be me. It may be super easy and straightforward, and admittedly, I've not done a lot of research or watched a lot of videos. I like to just kind of click around. So that's kind of what we're gonna do with this, and go from there. Now, right off the bat, I see that I probably could adjust the tubes on the Valoi because I have way more negative space than I thought I had when I was scanning. On the back screen of the camera, I didn't see this. I really thought I was filling up the frame, but as you can tell, not the case. So let's go ahead though and convert this over using the CineStill plugin. So this is my daughter. We are at a Steak and Shake in Missouri, and let's go ahead and get this converted. So I went ahead and clicked on the very first one, the basic auto white balance tool. We'll edit the color. And as you can see, as we're clicking on things, things are starting to pop up and show up and change. And I'm trying to, this was actually a year or two ago, trying to remember exactly what this scene looked like. And I think we're already pretty much there with where we're at. So what I will have to do now is just crop in, get the crop tool. Got to straighten it up a bit too. It wasn't super straight. Make sure it's nice and perfect. Drag it down. And we're done. I would probably tweak with this a little bit. The white balance I feel needs to be touched up a bit, but for a very quick and dirty scan and conversion, I think it looks fine. Let's go ahead and let's do another one. Let's do, this is in Tennessee real quick, and let's do the same thing. You can grab white balance as well, but I feel like as soon as you start clicking, this changes a lot for you. So as you can tell, I went from that to here, the white balance jumps around. So this is fixing all of that, supposedly. And I'm trying to remember what my final scan from gelatin looked like. I think we're gonna just stick with this. So now let's go ahead and crop in, straighten it up, and we should be good to go. Obviously, if I was gonna post this, I would take my time and remove the dust and the debris from this image, and I would obviously take more time scanning it with a blower, white gloves, all of that. But for the sake of the video, just to show you how quick and easy it was from opening the box to getting your scans, it's pretty easy. So that's scanning film for a complete beginner with the Valoi Easy35. I'm not gonna lie though, there's a little bit of a hefty price tag with the Valoi. That costs about $250 to get that set up. Plus you need a camera and a macro lens. I fortunately already had the camera and the macro lens, so I didn't have to really factor in that cost for this setup. But by the time I looked at buying a light table, a film holder, a copy stand, this was just as expensive, or honestly, even a little cheaper than some of those other options for me. And so that's why we went with the Valoi Easy35, and it actually was pretty easy. Let me know down in the comments if you guys develop and scan your own film, and if you've got any tips on using this CineStill plugin, or should I just look to get Negative Lab Pro as soon as possible? All right, guys, get out there, start shooting, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.